Hello everybody, welcome back to the Fitness Chinwag Podcast. It's Luz, and I know it's been a while. I know I've not really been on the podcast recently, and I apologise for that, but I've just been very busy with work. I'm setting up a YouTube channel and looking after my clients, and it's been great. I am having the best time and I'm thriving. I'm also doing my own Thrive 6-week challenge, and if you're interested in signing up for that, I will talk about that more in the next podcast episode. But today I just thought, let's have a little catch up. Let's just talk about how things are going. How are you? Have a little mental check-in with yourself, because I know you can't speak to me, but I thought, yeah, let's catch up. So, as you know, for the past 3 months, I've been online completely full time now, and it's been great. And alongside that, I have started CrossFit, and I am a full-on CrossFit junkie now. I love it. And the thing that I love the most about it is that I can just show up and be told what to do. And as a coach, I love to be coached because I learn so much from other coaches. So that's been really great. And trying something new means that I can kind of relate to all the gals that have signed up with me that are starting their fitness journeys with me. I can relate to them a little bit more because I'm currently learning how to Olympic weightlift, and it's going so well. So I am so happy with that. And personal life wise, we are still moving to South Africa, but we're in this weird limbo at the moment where things are happening but they're not really happening. It's happening in about 6 months, but at the same time nothing's happening. So all these things are in the pipeline, but yeah, nothing's happening. So it's a little bit frustrating at the moment on that front, which means that me and Ty are kind of battling to stay positive through this time, which is exactly why I decided to start doing my own 6-week challenge. Just keep myself accountable, keep myself challenged, keep myself out of my comfort zone a little bit. And it's put me full on in my self-care era. I love my morning routine. I love having a bit of structure to my day, because being online and not showing up for a company or a person, obviously apart from check-in calls, is it's challenging to find structure. But over the past 21 days, I've really found a lot of structure in my day, which has in turn reduced my stress levels. And when my stress levels are reduced, I sleep better. And when I sleep better, everything's better. So you see the little circle that's happening here. Because one thing that did happen in the past few months is I've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, and that's basically where your body decides to attack your thyroid, which is fun. And I've never felt so betrayed by my body in my life, but it's just gotten a little bit confused in the pipeline. And yeah, this is my life now. But I honestly find that it doesn't affect me massively until I don't have good sleep. And for the past 2.5 years working on the gym floor, I haven't had good sleep. Been working long hours and sleeping minimum 5 hours a night, which is not ideal. So being online full time means I can fully immerse myself in this self-care era, and it has been brilliant. And the reason why I want to come on here and catch up about this is because it's so important to look after yourself. And I think as women, this is something that we highly underestimate, how much we need to take care of ourselves, look after ourselves. So we don't do it enough, and I'm calling you out on it. And one thing that really, really makes me sad, when I was working on the gym floor, I had at least one woman a week come up to me and tell me how much she hated her body, and it filled me with a lot of sadness, because this used to be me too, because I had no clue how to have a sustainable weight loss journey or to actually look after myself. I didn't know how to do that when my life was so busy and so chaotic. It is possible, and it's actually quite easy, but it's about nailing the fundamentals. So this is what I've been focusing on over the past 21, 22 days. And I really hope this helps you too if you're feeling super busy, super overwhelmed. So number one, really stay away from low calorie diets. Like, dieting trends are on the rise. Fad diets are out. Dieting trends are on the rise, and this is a problem because they are in fact promoting those lower calorie diets. And the irony is, the one thing that we do know about the body is it gets put under a lot of stress when on a low calorie diet because you're not fueling your body correctly, which means that in turn raises your cortisol levels, which is ironic because a lot of these people are promoting cortisol cocktails. So stay away from low calorie diets and actually sit in a healthy calorie deficit, which by the way is not a diet, it is science. A deficit which enables you to lose weight, lose body fat, but actually is in turn your body can actually function, because not a lot of people realise your body needs a lot of calories. If you just lay down and do nothing all day, and the calories that your body needs to purely to survive, for the average woman sits like the lowest would be 12,000 calories, so 1,200 calories. And a lot of people just purely eat this as baseline, but those 1,200 calories are what your body needs to function if you just lay down all day. Your body does a lot, digests, it thinks, it sleeps, it recovers. So if you're over exercising and eating at baseline for your body to function without movement, cool, your body is just like, what is going on? And that is a huge problem. And unfortunately, I found out statistic yesterday that the statistic for eating disorders is higher in terms of mortality rate than depression, which means that people die from eating disorders more than depression every year, especially anorexia. And from someone who had anorexia as a teen, this makes me very sad. And it angers me because of these low calorie diets being promoted. So if you want to find out what your calorie number is that is healthy for you, you need to have your weight, your age, your height, and how active you are. And you can just Google calorie calculator and you'll be able to work it out. But please, love of God, do not eat below your BMR, which is what your body needs to purely survive day to day. So there's number one. Number two, make sure that you are moving on the daily. So not just doing 3 sessions a week, that is brilliant, but you also need to make sure that you're moving on the daily, especially if you have a sedentary job where you're sitting at a desk all day. You need it for that mental refresh, but also for that daily movement. And 10,000 steps is a bit of a myth. That was just made up by Fitbit for marketing. What you need to do instead is look at your step count average, go on your phone, go into health if you're on Apple, and have a look at your step count average. Once you've got that, add on 2,000 steps a day to achieve, and then just keep moving the goalpost once you get more and more consistent with that. It's really that simple. And you can also break it up. So let's say your average is 6,000 steps a day. Maybe you do 2,000 in the morning, 2,000 at the afternoon, and maybe a slightly longer walk to make up the rest of the steps in the evening. You don't have to do it all at once. So calories, movement daily. And then the third one is exercise intensely 2 to 3 times a week. Whatever works with your schedule. Doesn't have to be 2 hours in a gym lifting weights. It can be 15 minutes at home doing a body weight workout. Honestly, people overthink this insanely, but you don't need to. Find a mode of movement you enjoy. Ideally, if you want to be toned, you should probably do some sort of strength training just to get that muscle tone, because that is what you're looking for if you want to lose weight and tone up. But in turn, you've got to have movement you enjoy in there. So it could be things like yoga, Pilates, running, cycling, whatever tickles your fancy. doesn't have to be cardio. That doesn't work for weight loss and toning solely by itself. It's miserable, it's boring. But if you do things like resistance training one day, cardio another day, maybe a bodyweight circuit another, makes it much more interesting. So those are my big 3: calories, daily movement, intense movement you enjoy. If you nail these 3 over 30 days, try it, see if it works for you, then I guarantee that your life will change, because it changed mine. And if you feel like you need additional support in this too, I want you to go to if you feel like you need an extra 5 days of support, if you feel like you need extra support on getting started on these, I'm actually offering a 5-day free trial on my online coaching, and it starts on Monday the 8th of July. If this is something that interests you, it's in 5 days time. Head over to www.movewithluce.page, scroll to the 5-day free coaching, and you can enter in your details on the form there to sign up. Once you've signed up, I'll be in touch and we will get started from Monday. So I hope you enjoyed that podcast, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.